Salutations, this is Grim Devel. Welcome to our new series of RimWorld Beta 19. This is a custom scenario series, and one that I've been kind of wanting to do for a long time, but I'm especially excited to do it in Beta 19. This is a Bionic Superhumans scenario. I think it's probably the kind of scenario that a lot of people that have played with custom scenarios have kind of played with before. It's not a very novel idea, but I'm really excited about doing this in Beta 19 because of the new bionic stuff that they added. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with just 2 people. Our people are going to be pretty young, and that's to avoid health problems in the colonists that we're allowed to pick from at the beginning. They're going to all have the transhumanist trait, the fast learner trait, the great memory trait, and the tough trait. We're going to start with a lot of glitterworld medicine, a bunch of copies of all of the bionics and archotech parts that are available in the game, a bunch of packaged survival meals so we have stuff to eat early on, and a whole bunch of sets of neurotrainer mech serums. The reason I have it done like this is if you just do one neurotrainer mech serum, you can't select what one it is. It randomizes it. In fact, there is a chance that there is going to be... I did one set per number of skills available in the game, but it's still all randomized, and I've figured this out through trial and error. So it means that there are going to be, skills that we don't have neurotrainers for. The reason that I have so many here, the reason that I'm adding them at all, is because it is vitally important for this scenario that we at least have neurotrainer mech serums for the medical skill, because the 2 colonists that we have to be able to install all of this archotech and bionic parts on each other. So that's the main thing. And because they are kind of superhumans, whatever other neurotrainers that we have, I'm going to use. I have to admit, this is not the first time that I've recorded this, and I'm going to be putting a cut in here very soon because the last time I went through all this, even though I have all these neurotrainers, they still didn't give us any medicine ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut in here and kind of let you know what we start with. Although, you know what, I can still do next here because I can just repeat a bunch of this if I have to. We're going to go next because we're going to be playing on Randy Random no matter what. We're going to be playing on Savage difficulty and reload anytime because it is a Let's Play and sometimes I have to reload if, a save gets corrupted or anything like that. We don't want to lose any progress. I have to be able to save just to be able to, go back and do stuff for the recording. So that's what we're going to do. And obviously the colonists that we're going to be able to pick from, I'm going to try to pick people with, that aren't going to have permanent medical things. I'm going to try to, use a broad cross-section of skills. But this is going to be a pretty hard scenario because of the amount of starting wealth that we have. We're going to be playing on Savage difficulty. We're only going to have 2 colonists, so if anything goes wrong with one of them, it's going to be devastating. But this is what we're going to do. So I will be right back after I found a scenario, a location, and the items that we start with that are going to work with what we want. I'm also going to kind of save scum it at the very beginning for the purpose of actually installing all of the archotech and bionics. We want to make sure that we actually are able to install this stuff for the purpose of our starting scenario. So to do that, I'm going to do some saving and reloading if things don't work out. But after that, we are going to do no more reloading after that. If anything happens, that's what happens, and that's how things are saved. So I will be right back, and you'll see what colonists that we come up with and what biome we start in. All right, we are back, and I would like to introduce you to our new colonists. We have first Arcaday Wolf Abernathy, and then we have Calvin DeLange Horn. And I should let you know that if you would like your name as one of our RimWorld colonists here, and I don't know if we're just going to keep these 2. It's possible that we might actually, if we end up recruiting someone else, if we rescue a refugee or something like that, it's possible we might have more than just these 2. But these will be, of course, our only 2 bionic superhumans. So anyway, if you want your name, just leave a comment or let me know on my Discord channel, the link to which is on my banner, and I will graciously rename these colonists after you. First come, first serve basis. So first we have Wolf, who was a coma child. Wolf was a childhood accident put Wolf into a coma. He didn't wake up until he was in his late teens. His body never recovered from the years of inactivity, but people tend to take pity on him when they hear his story. So I will go over these stats in a second. Let's just quickly go over the bios here. And Calvin DeLange was a sickly child, suffered from a rare disease, and DeLange is a little older, which is why he has an adulthood story as well. Quarantined in a research hospital, had minimal human contact and got little physical exercise. In the sterile hospital environment, he became very familiar with science and medicine. And the adulthood was a Navy scientist. Interstellar warfare won by technology, so Imperial navies are always on the peak of modern research. Even better, they have access to archotechnological artifacts because they find them in space. DeLange worked in a Navy lab. So, as you can see here from these traits here, we did get. You can probably tell what kind of whatever they're called, neuroserums that we got. I know I actually took a long break in between recording the first part and coming back now, so I can't remember. The neurotrainers. We got some shooting neurotrainers, which is good because both of these characters started with very low shooting. Wolf started with some passion for melee, but it's still pretty low. But they both basically had almost no shooting or melee, so it was really good that we had some kind of combative neurotrainers available to us. You can tell that we got some research ones. We did get medical ones, and both DeLange and Wolf had medical skill to begin with and passion. And you can also tell that whatever they have passion with, the passion does stack with the neurotrainers very clearly. So DeLange is maxed out on intellectual, almost maxed out on medical. And we actually have a 20 in animal care. We got some animal care neurotrainers. We got some plants neurotrainers, mining neurotrainers, and social neurotrainers. So that's all nice. But it does mean that we don't have very high construction skill, almost none. We have a 0 and a 1. We have almost no cooking skill, 2 1s for that. Very low crafting, both 0s for that. Also very low artistic skill, but that's not as important. So even though we have these bionic superhuman characters, it's still going to be challenging doing things like constructing, cooking, crafting. And those are pretty important things. Now, of course, if you look here, they all have 2 architect eyes. They both have 2 architect eyes, 2 bionic ears, 2 architect arms, bionic spine, bionic stomach, bionic heart. All 3 of these things, by the way, are new in beta 19. And 2 architect legs. And it looks like, I think bionic legs used to have an efficiency of 150. I think that's since changed. I think now bionic stuff is just like a normal limb, except it probably has more hit points and it's a little, it won't get as easily damaged, I assume. But the architect stuff is more like the old bionic stuff where it has increased efficiency. So I think that's pretty cool. And of course, I imagine a bionic heart isn't going to have heart problems and stuff like that. The bionic stomach, heart, and heart both have better efficiency. The bionic spine is normal efficiency, but I think it's cool. Because these are both transhumanists, you can also see that they have this boost, this buff to them, machine body is complete. I asked for this. It was kind of interesting, as they got more and more bionic parts, this actually changed a little bit, and it wasn't until they got like 4 or 5 bionic parts or something like that, maybe it was like 3 or 4, did it get to machine body is complete. So they have a permanent plus 13, which is pretty awesome, and I think they're going to need it. So that's pretty much all that's happened. All of the neurotrainers are gone. We still have all of these architect parts, and I think I'm just going to get rid of them to lower our wealth. I'm not sure what the best way of doing that is. I guess I could just have them all deteriorate. Yeah, we could do that. It might take a little bit of time, but I don't think we can just burn them. I don't think. So why don't I create a new stockpile? Just outside here. And this will be critical priority, and it'll just be bionics. That'll be manufactured. Or not. It'll be items. Body parts? Artificial? Yes. All artificial body parts. And then, yeah, I didn't even create a zone here. So they should be moving all of those over there where they will deteriorate. The glitterworld medicine, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of as well. I only wanted it for this purpose. Other than that, we're pretty much starting from scratch. Let me put the glitterworld medicine in here. And I won't, because any medicine we get from this point on, we're going to want to make ourselves. Otherwise, it's a little too cheesy, I think. Medicine. There we go. And we'll get rid of the stockpile later. So, we really did start with nothing. We have the clothes on our back. We have no weapons. But we obviously have a lot of skills, and we have advanced body parts. It's also permanent summer here, which is nice. This is and let's look at the world screen here. Oh, I never actually did this to generate the planet. This won't take too long, though. We are clearly in a jungle biome. I picked a space that has a a highway on it, like an ancient highway, as well as a large river, because there's some new water-related stuff in Beta 19, and I've also never seen an ancient asphalt highway, so I wanted to do that. So we're doing this. I was kind of hoping we might start near some pirates or something. We might just go ahead. We might kind of play evil a little bit and just raid whoever we can. Although I'm not sure, it might be a little too hard to be able to do that. We might. Oh, we also there was a cargo pod event. Also, that's the only event that's happened. So we got some camel hair. Of course, we don't have very high crafting, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. We may want to get some other colonists besides our superhumans to do some things like that. But we will be planting. We have some high planting skill. I don't know, this looks like rich soil here, and it is. So why don't we use this to grow? I don't know how much of this is rich soil. Oh, it looks like there's actually some below here. Yeah. So I guess I could split this up into several different things. And maybe that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, hold on. Oh, there's a shrink zone now. Oh, look at that. Okay. Here, let's do this. So, whoops. No, stop shrinking. Expand. So let's have this be rice, because we'll need something to start. We can do strawberries. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do some strawberries here? Ah! Hold on. Wait, what? Ah. Expand. Getting used to that. This is pretty new to me. I wanted that to be strawberries. There we go. So this is strawberries, right? Yes. Okay. And now let's do another zone here. And then we'll do one more that goes up like this. Oh, whoops. All right, what? Stop. Yeah, I don't like this new thing. I'm not used to this. Let's plant some heel root. And I don't know if we're going to want cotton. I don't think we really need it. Hops. There are only two of us. Psychoid, smoke leaf. You know, I guess we can do some cotton. Why not? Oh, yeah, this is going to drive me crazy. Oh, hold on, this is cotton. Here. No, stop. Seriously. Clearly this does not work how it used to work, and it's driving me a little crazy. Now a new zone. And this one will be heel root, right? Wait, that's strawberries too. This is supposed to be rice. Did I get rid of this? Oh my gosh. Okay, and this is cotton. Okay, good. That's done. They should do that. Let's get some starting stuff. We'll probably do a lot of adventuring, but for the meantime, just to get started, we'll want some, a starter thing. We'll want to try to get some materials, some weapons and armor and stuff like that. Let me just put this guy out. Right here is fine. There's some early... now we started right by this little slate ruin here. And I immediately noticed elephants. We have elephants. Not only do we have elephants, but as you saw, we have... And I think Delange is still recovering from the surgeries. We have a 20, a legendary master skill in animal training. So that is pretty great. I think we're going to try to train these elephants up. I don't know... We don't have any food right now. Well, we have some survival meals, which I will keep with us. Oh, and this needs to be said as not medical, and this can also be non-medical. Oh. You're fine. Can you go rescue? Thank you. I also just have all of these on right now. Everything manual, everything automatic priority. Just because we kind of want everyone to do everything. We might be changing some of this up. In fact, I think I will do that right now. We'll set all these things to 1. Oh, this is new. What is basic? Unskilled and easy tasks, like releasing prisoners, flicking on switches. Okay. Wardening. Both of you have decent social because of the neurotrainers. But I'm going to have Wolf be the main warden here. You're both terrible at cooking. But I guess I should pick one of you to be the main cook. We'll get to that later. You are the main animal handler. Hunting. I guess both of you will be hunting. We'll leave it at 3 for now. Constructing's important, but you both have low constructing. I might as well just have both of you do it, just to get it done faster. Now, you're both also about the same at growing. I'm just going to turn that on high right now. Maybe one of you would mine before growing. Why don't we do that? Everyone on plant cutting. Maybe... no. 2 for you. Yes. Okay. All this stuff I'm not going to care about right now, the crafting. Hauling. Do we haul first? Why don't we have one of you haul, one of you clean? Whoops. Okay. And we will need research. Fortunately, we do have a 20 in research as well, so that's going to be you. Okay. And that'll have to do. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to do stuff with only... What are you doing here? Sleeping? You're sleeping on his bed? Can you just rescue, please? Thank you. Okay. With only 2 colonists, that's not a lot of skills to go around. So even though these are superhuman, we still have, made things a little hard on ourselves, which, was supposed to make up for them being superhuman. Oh. Cut some of this. We're going to need... we will have to get some food pretty early on. And we will want to train some of those elephants, because elephants can be trained to haul things. They can also be used as caravan animals. And, of course, they're very strong fighters as well. So they're going to be great if we're going to be able to tame those. All right, Delange is now up. We have 2 people. What's your need? We could set... I usually like to just do some of this. Yeah, that'll be fine. You can see on our wildlife tab here, we have these elephants, we have some boomalopes, wild boars, capybaras, tortoises. We have monkeys. Monkeys might also be good to train because they can also help with the hauling. We could try to tame some boomalopes and try to milk them for some energy early on. The only research I started with, and I decided because we are transhumanist and we were going to be totally bionic, that we would start with the bionic research. That's the only research I told them to start with. But the way it works is if you say you want bionics, it gives you everything you need, every prerequisite for bionics. So we end up actually starting with a fair amount of research just because I told them that I wanted bionics in our custom scenario. So we do have electricity. We have air conditioning, machining, nutrient paste, prosthetics, microelectronics, multi-analyzer, and fabrication. So we can actually start with a high-tech research bench. And because we're not tribal, we start with these 4 things, which is interesting because in our other game, where we are also not tribal, when we reverted from 18 to 19, it did not give us these things. But that's our other game. We're not here to talk about our other game, even though you should all watch it. Yeah, this is new to me, this clivia flower, or fruit. I assume this is food. So this will be nice. We can, at the very least, maybe use this to train animals with. Ancient concrete barriers. Very cool. Very cool. I'm loving the superhighway. I've never seen this before. I've never seen these concrete barriers. What is this? Rafflesia. Let's cut it, I guess. Is it a flower? I don't even know what these things are. There are trees everywhere. We have a good amount of wood. There is some stone on this map. But we may want to think about migrating, like, to this room, which is a little bigger and nicer over here. Yeah, we may want to do that. We only have 2 people. We could use this room for something else, I don't know. But I think we're probably going to want to move in here. When we start making beds and stuff, which I guess we should do. Make some beds in here. And we'll just make this a general dormitory for right now. Not enough stored. Oh, yeah, we should also make some stockpiles. And I guess I'll put stockpiles over here. Let me actually build a roof area over here. Yeah, this is going to be fine for now. Actually, let me make it go down to here. They'll cut down the trees there, I think. Just because there's a wall here, we can make into a shelter. We can put roof over this because it'll be supported by these walls. And then we can put a stockpile zone underneath. I went 5, right? I think so. Yeah. So this will be normal priority and everything is in it. And that is just fine. That'll be good. Yeah, they did start moving the other stuff over here. I could probably unroof this area now. I just roofed it up so this stuff wouldn't go bad. Yeah, why don't we do that? Remove the roof here. All right. So yeah, first orders of business, besides just getting some basics set up here. Oh, you know what? We'll probably move that horseshoe pin, which we can reinstall. Why don't we just move that over here somewhere? Right here is fine. There. Why not? And that doesn't have quality anymore, right? No. Our top priorities are going to be to get us some weapons and armor, and I think taming those elephants before they leave the map. We should have plenty of food to... Oh, I just realized food. Right. All of my growing zones are down here. So if I'm going to move up here... I didn't think about that. Although there is rich soil here. There is. Yeah, before they actually... they did start planting a little bit. Let me get rid of this. You know what? Let me just get rid of all these. I know they started. It's easier to get rid of zones now. But yeah, let's remake some of these up here. Let's do like a chunk here. Actually, looks like there's some rich soil over here. Oh, did that delete the other zone? So weird. I don't know how this works. That'll be rice. And then I have to like get out of the menu and go to growing zone again. What? Can I not grow here? I guess not. Okay, so there's this one, and this one will be heal root. And then another zone. No! Why? I don't understand how this is supposed to work anymore. I'm so confused. No! Wait, did it? Is that right? I'm so confused about how this is supposed to work. This is rice. That's rice. That's heal root. And then we're going to do another zone. Right here. No! No! Why did it do that? Is this still right? Okay, it is rice. I want a new zone. Can we do that? Give me a new zone. Okay. Okay. I think that worked. This is ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, the developers need to do something about these growing zones now, because I've tried to do this a couple of times now in this game, and this is very confusing for me. Okay. We have 3 zones. Oh, there's another one here. Oh, that's why they couldn't... Can we expand it over here? Let's put some... corn. Okay, fine. That'll be fine. That's enough. That's a lot of growing for 2 people. Alright, they're deconstructing those roofs. So they'll be over here. Let's put a door in here. And hopefully they'll be happy with that. We'll need to expand stuff. I assume with some wood we cut, we can just expand some of these rooms, make a little dining room, a little kitchen, and butchery. We can also do outdoor butchery now, and I guess I'll just go ahead and do that. So on the production screen, we have butcher spot. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just put it right here for now. And we'll do a little crafting spot. The crafting spot will be inside. How about that? It says outdoors, but it's going to be fine. And on this butcher spot, we can just say, butcher creature, do forever. Good. And is there stuff we want to craft immediately? We have a crafting skill of basically 0, but we may want some knives or clubs or tribalware. I mean, our tribalware we don't need. We do have clothes. We did start with clothes. Maybe we do 1 club and 1 knife. And I guess they'll probably make them out of wood, but it's probably better. You know what? It might not be better than their hand-to-hand combat when they have Archotech arms. I didn't think about that. Let's see. Wolf. Let's take a look at yourself. What's your melee attack? Melee DPS is 4.5. Which is... Huh. Wait, melee damage is 10.46. And then it's divided by 2. Oh, because it takes 2 seconds. But 10.46 is really high, right? Your melee DPS is much lower. Why is that? Oh no, it's 13.95. Never mind. That is not... I think that is really good, right? I don't know if it would be higher if they had a melee weapon, although we could just have him grab a piece of wood just to test. You're hauling... Oh, no, you're building. Where are you going with that? Can you just equip that for a second? So right now, 4.5 DPS and 10.46 base damage. Oh, yeah, it went down. Your melee DPS went down. So let's drop that. You are better off unequipped. So yeah, their construction is really bad, but both of them have fast learners, so they should be going up in all of their skills relatively quickly. 75% faster than they would otherwise. An awful bed. I mean, this is what we'll have to expect for a while until they can skill up a bit. It is a little too bad we didn't get those neurotrainers, but like I said, we already have a big starting advantage. So, of course, we are playing on Savage, and honestly, I'm a little nervous about it. This run might end very quickly. The last time I played on the hardest difficulty, we had moved to the hardest difficulty from a medium difficulty, the very first RimWorld series we did on the extreme desert. And at that point in the game, like, it was pretty much game over. Like, we were invincible. So we did it just because we needed a challenge. We don't really need a challenge right now. The challenge is going to be survival, even though we are super powerful, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe we are going to be so powerful that we're going to rip through everybody, but I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think it's still going to be very hard on this difficulty. Very hard. Okay, so Delange. Yeah, we're just hauling everything right now. I think let's put planting. We do have growing before. Right, construction's first. So we should be growing. And you are. That is what you're doing. Yeah, and it shouldn't take you too long because your skill is pretty high. Although you don't have passion for it, which is too bad. So you can see it's going up relatively slowly. Oh, because you have... Oh, so this is new to me. In Beta 19, when you don't have passion for something, you learn it at a rate of 35%? Really? That's really bad. So medium passion learns at 100%. I assume this being the case, it used to be that this was even a little passion raised how fast you learn something. So I assume that the developers raised the base learning factor. But like, I think we only have a little double passion. Yeah, for research, which is at 20, and that's 150%. Dang. Maybe it was like that. Maybe it already was like that. It just didn't quite explain it in the same way. 35%. I think 35% is just normal. Okay. Whatever. They're fast learners, and their skills don't degrade very fast because they have great memory. Yeah, skills degrade at half the rate. They are also tough, which will make things a lot easier. I believe tough makes them suffer only 60% of the damage they would otherwise suffer, which will be very useful for combat. But yeah, otherwise these guys are not that great at melee, although one has passion. And their shooting, even with the neurotrainers, is only, you know, kind of subpar. Better than other things, but... And they don't have skill. They don't have a passion for it. Can we turn off this learning helper here? I know there's some new stuff in beta 19, but... Where's learning helper? Goodbye. Okay. Well, so we have a bedroom. We are butchering a lot. We should also put up a... the temperature out here is fine. In fact, actually, things are super hot. Why don't we put in a passive cooler? I didn't quite realize how hot it was. That would be temperature. Passive cooler. Yeah, let's get one of these guys. We'll do that. I guess we can do a campfire for cooking, although I think we might as well do a fueled stove, and they can put logs in it. Why not? Where are we? Fueled stove. Yes, wood-fueled. I think that stuff for the time being can be outside, because in Beta 19 you can move it. So why don't we just put it out here for now, and we'll move it later, when we actually get a room for it built. We will put a roof over it, though, because I'm not sure if stuff will degrade otherwise. We might as well have a whole awning here. Why not? So that'll get done. Yeah, they really need to work on this so they don't get heat stroke, because that could definitely happen pretty easily with it being so hot all the time. So we'll do this. We'll prioritize getting some cooking done, even though they're both terrible cooks. Hopefully the skill will go up relatively fast. And don't forget that they have bionic stomachs, so hopefully that'll prevent food poisoning. So maybe it doesn't even matter how good cooks they are. I'm not really sure how bionic stomachs work. Maybe we can actually take a look here. It's not in gear. Would it be under eye? Health? Bionic stomach. I mean, it doesn't really say. So, move speed 5.52. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is really good. The move speed. Eating speed. They eat faster. They also have bionic ears. I don't know how much that helps anything, but... Pain shock threshold. Yeah, interesting. Shooting accuracy is pretty good. Yeah, they have 2 architect eyes, both of them. Animal gather speed. Whew. All right. Well, I think we're probably going to put our first cut into here. So this being a new series, you know, please share it. Please, like I said, let me know if you want either of these named after you or any future colonists that we end up getting. I don't know what the trajectory of this exactly is going to be, but if you have ideas, I am definitely open to them. I think we're just going to kind of build ourselves up here and probably just kind of go a raiding around the world and see where that takes us. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to taming these elephants and some monkeys, because I think that should be not too difficult with an animal training of 20. And I'm pretty psyched about it. So I really enjoyed playing with you today. Remember to leave comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.